tonight are supposed to be going down to get the game camera. And I figured it would be a good chance to try out the gear that I currently have. So it's not that long of a walk, and I can also get a feel for my backpack and the trekking poles and the current weight that I have, which isn't that much. You can try out the bug net, because every time we try to walk down to the river, the bugs are attacking. It's the wrong way, Fiona. We're supposed to be going down. Fiona, come on. Come on, I need you to catch up, so I know you're not leaving me behind like you did last time. I don't think the bugs are out today, and this thing is kind of weird. It feels like, you know in Harry Potter when he's got the invisibility cloak on? That's what it feels like to look through it. But I'm sure if the bugs were out, this would be a good deterrent against them. I think it's a little too chilly for them. Trekking poles are still weird. I feel like they're kind of useless right now, but the terrain that I have isn't that difficult. So it feels like my pack might not be adjusted properly. It's sliding around a lot, which I don't know if it's supposed to do. I would imagine not. It should be at least a little snug on your body so you don't chafe. Our trail camera is just up here. We know there's deer in the woods. We wanted to see what else was out here. In the first place we put it just got deer. And then I moved it down here, but I had it angled at the trail too much, so we got that traffic. And it's also kind of thorny over here, so I'm not sure what would actually be in this area. But it was the only smallest tree I could find with a clearing behind it. I wasn't really planning on going down to the river, but you want to go? Okay. I guess we're going to go look at the river. I just wanted to walk down and get the chip for the trail camera so I could see if we got anything. But if she wants to go on a longer walk, then we can. Probably said this in another video, but this is a trail we have in our backyard. It's wide enough for a car to go down. I'm not sure why the previous homeowner made a path to go down to the river, because there's not really anything to do down there except look at it. But it's a nice little walking path, and when Fiona will go down it, it's a nice walk for her. How long did I say this was, Fiona? Well, I think it's a little less than a mile. And we're really close to Shenandoah National Park, and I want to take her up there for a hike. But a lot of the trails are longer than a mile, which is kind of her limit. So I'm looking for a trail that has some, don't like the creaky trees. Looking for a trail that has some kind of like rest point in the middle, because I'm sure she could do 2 miles if there was a break in between, maybe even a little more. But she's pretty slow, so she likes hiking. She likes hiking though, so she would really enjoy it. It would give me a chance to go on a little adventure too. Ooh, this is muddy, Fiona. Ugh. I think we're almost at the river. Let's see if it's any higher from the last time we were down here. Down at the river, there's a little clearing, which if I really wanted to, I could set up my tent and spend the night here. But I don't have a footprint, so I'm not sure I want to do that. Also, you can see there's a lot of branches down. I don't know if I really want to die down here. Can't go that way. Oh, the river looks low. Please don't go in there, Fiona. We're not going that way. So, it is an option to come down here and see if I can find a good place to set up. So it doesn't look super rocky. And I thought there were trees growing out of the ground, but I guess that's not in this kind of area. No! Fiona! Stop doing whatever you want. There's so many open field area you can be in, and you want to go through the woods. That's a big rock. I don't even know if that's our property, Fiona. No trespassing. But if I did come down here, I would have to bring all the water. Not that I would be down here that long and I could just walk back up, but see more tree branches down. I don't know if this would really be the best place to camp because of this. Okay, bye. But here is the river. Probably deep enough to put like a kayak in the center maybe. Kind of shallow over here. I don't know how well you can see. I guess we're gonna go find Fiona because she's doing whatever she wants to apparently. I see you trying to leave me. That's very rude of you. Very rude. The joke's on you because you're slow and I caught up. The trekking poles, they are very nice going uphill. Across flat land, meh. Going downhill wasn't really useful in the mud, but going uphill is good. One of the things I'm most worried about in trying to attempt a through hike is the cold. I've never really had a good tolerance for the cold, and then I moved to Florida for a year to do the Disney College program, and that destroyed any resistance to the cold that I have. I came home and it was 80 degrees and I was freezing outside. And this morning when I came out, it was like 55 degrees. And I was wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants and I was freezing. And some of the videos I've been watching, there's snow on the ground. So obviously it's below 32. So that's probably my number one concern right now. That's barring injury or family emergency. That would be the thing that would force me off the trail first. Because I think I want to do Springer Mountain to Katahdin. And I would probably start sometime between early and mid-March. I don't want to start too late. I also don't want to start too early. But I don't have any solid plans right now. There's still stuff I need to work out, or at least think about before I get there. It's always possible that I might have to postpone. I think there's a way that the cold can be at least somewhat avoided by doing a flip-flop. I could be wrong. I don't know enough about flip-flops because they sound like too much work, and I'm not sure I want to get off the trail for too long, because if I started in like Harper's Ferry and hiked north, then I would have to, I guess, either rent a car and drive back to Harper's Ferry or get on a plane and take some taxis and stuff. And that just sounds like a pain that I do not want to deal with. I feel like trying to get into trail towns is going to be annoying enough because they're a couple miles off the trail, but I don't have any experience with that yet, so I could decide that a flip-flop is what I want to do, because you can still do it through hike as long as you complete it within 12 months. Come on, we're so close. We're so close, we're almost there. No, that's the wrong way, Fiona. You're smelling the dirt? You know what dirt smells like. So the place that the camera is in sucks. It was out there for 9 days and it got 3 pictures. The first and last ones being me putting it up and taking the memory card out. And then, I don't know what the middle one is. I guess a bug flew by it and activated it, because there's no deer or anything in the picture. So I was hoping, being farther away from the house, we would get a bear or something, because one of our neighbors said that he saw a bear in his front yard. And I think someone else was selling land around here and they had a game camera up and they got, I think, coyotes. So I think I'm gonna move this into the backyard somewhere. I'm gonna have to find a suitable tree, because all the ones we have are either really thick or really thin, which isn't gonna hold the camera up very well. So I'm gonna have to find a new place to put it, and I guess if it starts capturing deer, just leave it there and don't touch it. I accomplished the thing that I set out to do, which was 1, get the microchip from the, not a microchip, what is it called? Memory card from the game camera, and see if that was a good spot or a bad spot, and it was a bad spot. And I tested out my gear a little bit. So I would say today was a success. This is gonna be, I knew this was gonna be hard, but I've been walking around for an hour and I'm already very tired, you know. So I think I have a lot of training ahead of me.